بسم الله الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Welcome back once again. It's Derna Dam, and we are continuing with our program. And this coming segment, inshallah, we are speaking again about one of the leading organizations, relief organizations in the world. This is Islamic Relief, and they're doing amazing work all over the world. And specifically, currently speaking, we're speaking about Libya, we're speaking about Morocco, about many parts of the Muslim world where there are actually lots of catastrophe taking places. And we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make it easy and to help us to support. Wallahu fi awn al-abdi ma dama al-abdu fi awn akhi. Allah Azza wa Jal will be in your aid and support as long as you are helping and supporting others, inshallah. And this is our responsibility as the Khalifa of Allah Azza wa Jal on earth to change and to make a difference, inshallah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward all those people who are involved. Allahumma ameen. Joining us, the coordinator of Islamic Relief in Libya, Brother Salahuddin. Let's welcome him. Assalamu alaikum, Salahuddin.
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullah. Jazakallah khair for having us to join the show, inshallah.
Barakallah feek. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept from you, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you and increase you from the khair. Allahumma ameen. Tell us about the situation on the ground and the efforts of Islamic Relief.
La ilaha illallah Muhammad sallallahu. Wallahi, this is a major humanitarian crisis. The situation on the ground, subhanallah, is unbelievably challenging. The death toll every day is increasing more and more. The rainwaters led to rising levels in the dam. The dam completely broke. Became a mini tsunami. 30% of Derna, which had a population of around 200,000, the city completely decimated. I'm talking to friends, I'm talking to colleagues, I'm talking to distant relatives. Our teams are on the ground right now, subhanallah, in Derna, delivering, working around the clock with your zakah and your sadaqah and trying to reach the people. But wallahi, what they're talking about is something they say, and you know, of course, in Arabic, some of them are saying, هذا مثل يوم القيامة. It feel like يوم القيامة. People were you know, their houses started to flood. They opened their door, and as they opened their door, I just want people to understand, water's flying past, and with water flying past, they're hearing people screaming. They're hearing people screaming, and their bodies are being taken by the water. Many people then were trying, as some of them are in blocks, going to the first floor. They say, okay, we think we're safe, we're on the first floor. Then they have to go to the second floor as the water rising. Then the buildings start collapsing around them. This is what happened. These major floods, this mini, subhanallah, tsunami that's completely wiped away so many people. We know in many towns where there is rivers, many people will live on the riverbank. The riverbanks are completely destroyed and decimated. Buildings have been completely destroyed and decimated. It's such a desperate situation, subhanallah. There have been more than 11,000 bodies that have been found. There are still thousands of people that are missing. Now, because, subhanallah, these floods were on Sunday, we are now on Friday. It's now believed, subhanallah, that all those are missing. Many of them will not ever be found. Every time the people are telling us, subhanallah, how the death toll is increasing is because this is a coastal town. When the shore goes out and comes back in, it's bringing back bodies. The Coast Guard and other boats are out, searching out on the water, trying to look for bodies. So many buildings have collapsed. People are looking under the bodies, looking under the buildings. Islamic Relief is on the ground there in Derna. We're also in surrounding areas in the east of Libya, in Benghazi, in Bayda, in As-Sus, in all of these places where the people have fled. These are called internally displaced people. Islamic Relief is your organization. We're thankful to the community and the public in South Africa because they're always supporting our efforts, subhanallah, all the time. I've been to South Africa many times, and we really know the generosity of the Muslim community there. And subhanallah, we need your generosity now, my dear brothers and sisters. We need you to support our efforts on the ground in Libya. It's so difficult. It's such a challenge, subhanallah. We're on the ground. We're working as hard as we can. We're trying to source as much as we can. Our teams are directly delivering. Yesterday, mashallah, we were providing food. We were providing, alhamdulillah, mattresses, and we were providing blankets and providing key hygiene kits. The day before that, we had other supplies going in. It's really challenging to get the supplies in. The infrastructure of the country, it's a fragile state. It's a country that has many challenges. The infrastructure, specifically in the east of the country, is broken by many means. The roads going into Derna are very difficult. My brother who I'm talking to, working for Islamic Relief there on the ground, was telling me, Akhi, I've never seen anything like this. I've never smelt the sad smell of death and seeing so many bodies scattered everywhere. So our request to the brothers and sisters in South Africa and everyone around the world support Islamic Relief in our efforts. We're reaching the people. We can give our sadaqah and our zakah to help reach the people on the ground who are in need in Libya, inshallah.
Salah ad-Din, Jazakallah khairan for describing the situation. And I'm sure the situation is even more worse than that. But subhanallah, you have described it, and I'm sure so many people are now they understand the situation and they wish to support. How can people support? And if you can just tell us also about what type of humanitarian support that Islamic Relief is basically doing currently on the ground.
So currently on the ground, alhamdulillah, we're providing the basic necessities that are needed. That's for both people who've remained in Derna. Lots of people, they should be leaving, but they don't want to leave. And I don't blame them, sarahatan. I'm talking even to locals and saying, look, why are people not leaving? And they're saying people are not leaving because they need a sense of closure. They need to know what's happened to relatives. They want to give the haqq to the people to have the burial, subhanAllah. They want to find the bodies to be able to bury them. Our fears, but of course you cannot say this to the people, but our fears is that they will spend days, months, weeks. They may not ever find bodies of their relatives, subhanAllah. So many are not leaving. So we're going to those who are leaving. They're being sheltered, some of them in schools. They're being sheltered in masjids. They're being sheltered in some of the buildings that remained. So with those buildings and whatever else that have remained, we are going to them. Just yesterday we were sending teams to those buildings. We're doing needs assessments, understanding the situation, providing food, providing, inshallah, blankets, mattresses. We're looking at means and forms of shelter. There is a major need now also for generators because electricity is being completely cut out in order to give people, inshallah, means and ways of living. We're also in the surrounding areas, been working in the hospital in Bayda, been talking directly to heads of the hospital to see what medical needs that there are. And then we're working as hard as we can to provide the aid. How people can help, you make dua. This is the duty and responsibility, as you said, inshallah, of all of us. Secondly, inshallah, you donate. You have Islamic Relief South Africa, which is your trusted partner in South Africa. Alhamdulillah, we have the know-how, we have the skills, we have the access. Within hours of the disaster, we were aware of it. When others were unaware, we've been talking about it, subhanAllah, since early hours of Monday, telling people this is a disaster. And unfortunately, we live in a world where it needs to be on the social media. It needs to be spoken about so much in the media in order for people to respond. Now, everyone's aware. The crisis has happened. The disaster's taken place. There's nothing we can do about it now. It's beyond us. What we can do is prevent a second disaster, and that's the prevention of waterborne diseases. That's the prevention of hunger. That's the prevention of people suffering even more from this calamity. But we also have to understand and be committed as a South African community, inshallah, that we're also going to be giving and donating for the long term to Libya. Libya is of a duty and responsibility. It's going to cost billions of rands, billions, perhaps hundreds of billions of rands to rebuild Derna. Remember, 30% of a city completely decimated. So many children, so many people. I want you to understand, my dear brothers and sisters, it's very painful to talk about it, but we're hearing about children screaming as their parents put them in safety, and then the water was sweeping them away, and they're screaming out to their parents, and then waited for the water to come down. Imagine sitting and waiting for water to, subhanAllah, levels to lower in order to go look for your mother and father, and children have been suffering like that. So the psychological impact that is going to be there. So this is what we're saying. You can donate now and help us in the first phase, but Islamic Relief as an organization, when the cameras go, when the media forget, will remain in, inshallah, Libya, will remain in Derna helping people. We've already made that commitment, alhamdulillah. We've worked in the country for many years. We have a lot of experience. I've headed up missions in Libya and been there myself on many occasions and understood the dynamics on the ground. It's a very difficult situation. So when everyone is gone and forgotten, we'll continue helping and supporting the people, because that's our duty and responsibility. Not only when people are talking about it, but when people have forgotten. But the memories of the people will not forget this disaster, subhanAllah. So we need your help and assistance to continue. Go on Islamic Relief South Africa website, contact our office, make your lillah, make your zakah, and help the people of Libya, inshallah.
Salah ad-Din, Jazakallah khair al-jaza. You touched our hearts. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept from you, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept from all those people who are watching us right now and they want to make a difference and they want to support. Allahumma ameen ya Rabbal Alameen. This is an important case, ya ikhwa. We should support and we should help, inshallah, and try our best. This is a test for all of us. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala help those people who will be helpful to their brothers and sisters in Libya. Allahumma ameen. Shukran Salah ad-Din, Jazakallah khairan for joining us. Barakallah feek. Assalamu alaikum. All right, again, we humbly appeal upon everyone who's watching us right now and it's able to help. It doesn't matter, small or big amount, whatever, you can support and help, inshallah. Islamic Relief is there, and many other organizations as well trying to help in Libya, trying to help in Morocco, wherever there is a need, we are there inshallah يا إخوة. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make it easy. اللهم يا الله كن عونا لإخواننا في ليبيا. Allah يا Allah be the aid and support to those people of Libya. Allah be the aid and support to those people of Morocco يا Allah. اللهم آمين يا رب. And Indonesia and wherever there is pain يا الله. اللهم آمين يا رب العالمين. اللهم استخدمنا ولا تستبدلنا. Ya Allah, use us and don't use others, and we are deprived of that help. Ya Allah, use us to serve and to help the people of Syria and the people of Libya. Allahumma ameen ya Rabbal Alameen.